Today, Katie Ernst, the bassist, Chicago bassist, will play, I think, a solo performance with Alternating Currents live.
Oh, cool.
And she's also a vocalist, songwriter, jazz bassist. We'll see what she brings, what she does. Then a week after that, none other than Eli Smith in presence today here, but will be at the Jazz Gallery on the 4 o'clock on the 15th with the great Dutch vocalist Jaap Blank.
Wait, did you say 4?
4? No?
It's at 8.
At 8?
The show Marvin mentioned, I think, is at 4.
Oh, good. Then we can see both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got that mixed up. Good. 8 o'clock at the Jazz Gallery with Jaap Blank and Steve Gallam. No?
Tim Russell.
Oh.
Surprise you. Hey, what are you doing at 15?
Well, okay. That's good to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Jaap is an amazing poet or reciter of I've heard him do like Dada poems, which didn't have a single word, but had incredible sounds of every possible kind of vocal sound that a child, a baby could make, but adults can't make anymore except Jaap Blank. So then
the Blanc show.
Yeah.
When is that again?
On the 15th of
15th of October, okay.
Sunday, two weeks from tonight,
Yeah.
with Eli and Tim Russell.
Sweet.
And 4 o'clock that day at Sugar Maple, we've got the trombonist, which trombonist was that?
Jeb Bishop?
Jeff Bishop.
Oh.
I think he's playing with like 3 trombones, or 3 or 4 trombones in his group.
76 trombones. Music man.
Only
Sorry,
4,
sorry.
I don't know if you want to bother going with only 4 trombones.
I got it right.
Thanks.
And then,
Oh, sorry.
the Saturday following the 21st at Bar Central, Russ Johnson Quartet will be bringing Ethan Fillion on bass, Tim Daisy on drums, Mark Feldman on violin. An amazing group of doing Russ Johnson's compositions. Next day, the 22nd, Tim Byrne and I didn't write down who else Tim's playing with. An accordion clarinetist.
What?
Yeah.
Same time?
I was gonna
Accordion clarinetist.
Yeah.
Mouth reeds,
Wow.
bush reeds.
What's her name?
No, I don't know.
Oh. But she plays accordion and clarinet, and
Oh.
I think the other is a bass player in the trio.
Where is it?
That's a Sugar Maple on the 22nd. And what is this?
22nd's gonna be a busy day.
That is a busy day.
You got something too?
Yeah,
Saturday.
but you go. No, keep going because I'll talk. To
Okay,
my family.
Or trick or treating. At least didn't do it.
Then on that Thursday, the 26th at Sugar Maple, I don't know this singer-songwriter Maria Elena Silva. I'm not sure where she's from, but she'll be playing with Russ Johnson, Jacob Heineman, and Andrew Trim.
She's Italian, actually.
She's Italian?
So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ripping
And,
trio to be
yeah.
backing her up too.
Yeah, exactly.
Trim Heineman and Russ Johnson.
Right.
Oh shit.
So that'll be of interest on the 26th at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
The 28th, boy, this is a lot of good stuff. coming this
October
month.
seems to be like a very, very, very active month for a lot of things, which is
Yeah.
good. But I
Yeah.
feel like seasonal kind of alignment takes place.
32 hall rentals in 31 days.
What?
And that, on the 28th is Chris Corsano and Zoe Amba, is that her name? I think that's,
Zoe?
it's not Zoe, it's Z-O-H. Maybe they call her Zoe for short.
For long?
For long, yeah. And that's at Sugar Maple
Lee
Lane
Berenstein?
on the 28th at 8 o'clock. She's a saxophone player and he's a drummer. So, that's all I got.
That's all you have.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll mention a few things that are coming up. So I was just using the restroom, and I can't remember if, well, I'll start at the beginning, or like, I'll go chronologically. So coming up this Wednesday, the 4th, I will be performing a solo multimedia set at Anodyne Coffee on Bruce Street. I'm gonna be running around over the course of this week with my buddy Jonah Parson Johnson, who's a saxophone player from Brooklyn, and he's doing a saxophone and flute set, kind of minimalist style, looping, kind of circular breathing thing. And then our friend Elise, who is a co-renter of this space, they'll be doing their Mirror of Light, which is like affected harp and vocal kind of stuff, and that's taking place on Wednesday the 4th at Anodyne, and it starts at 7. Because it is that time of the year, and there are people in this room who may enjoy such a thing. On Friday the 6th, I'll be playing in a trio that is going to be covering the movie music of John Carpenter at Alive and Fine.
You're at that?
Yeah. It's me, Nick Ehlers, and Mike Gann, and
That's awesome.
yeah.
I knew Nick Ehlers was in it.
And so I'll be playing at that, which will be fun.
At the shop.
At Alive and Fine
Yeah.
on Friday the 6th, and I think that's like a evening gallery night thing, so probably 8 p.m.-ish. And then the following Friday, the 13th, there's going to be 2 screenings of The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, in which I have curated an ensemble of 6 musicians, one of which is Steve here. And we're going to be doing sort of an improvised but like parameter-based score to accompany the film. And if you're not familiar with the film, it's a silent film from 1920, directed by Robert Vine. It's a German film in the German expressionist style, so there's a lot of like very theatrical set design, sort of exaggerated features and makeup, and it's super spooky. It's really cool, and that's going to be taking place at Cactus Club on Friday the 13th. There's going to be a 7 o'clock and a 10 o'clock screening in the evening. Let's see, if I keep moving, we arrive at the 22nd of October, which Rick was mentioning. There's already a few things going on. The other thing that's going on the east side at the Kenilworth building, the UWM Kenilworth Square, there's going to be a hyper-local event, which is the collaborative music and dance improvised performance that Maria Gillespie helps curate. It usually involves a lot of UWM students, and then she brings in some musicians that have affiliations with that community. So that's going to be taking place on Sunday the 22nd at 4 o'clock. Another kind of spooky thing that's going on, the new Washington Park Media Center on Friday the 27th. There's like a Washington Park trick-or-treat neighborhood thing going on, and West Tank is going to open up the media center, and we're going to be playing those like old-timey spooky black and white cartoons and doing some experimental like scoring and video effect stuff to that. If you're not familiar, the media center, the Washington Park Media Center, is on 43rd and Valete, kind of like right across from Washington Park. That's going to be on Friday the 27th, and it's kind of like an evening thing that goes from like 6 to 9. And then that John Carpenter thing I was talking about is also going to take place on Sunday the 29th. And then Saturday the 28th and Sunday the 29th are both events that are taking place at X-Ray Arcade. Saturday the 28th is a Wired Explorations event, which is like a afternoon series that's electronic and experimental music. I'm gonna be doing one of my multimedia sets, and then RS Masters from Chicago is gonna be coming up and doing some electronic music, and then our friend Elise is also gonna do a solo set. And then Sunday the 29th, that John Carpenter set is also gonna take place at X-Ray for like a very Halloween specific event, which logistics will be forthcoming, but yeah. Anyway, that's my October, and that's all of Rick's stuff too, so I feel like we got everything out there. But I do wanna mention that the next Unrehearsed, which is gonna be Unrehearsed 130, is gonna be on Sunday the 5th. Location TBD, because I would like to explore some options, because we're gonna have our friend Jonah Parson Johnson, who's gonna be back in this region of the country. He's gonna come and perform on that event, and then be a part of the improvisations. And then we're also gonna have a lot of, well, Alex is gonna be there. That was the miscommunication with tonight. So Alex will be there, and there's gonna be some other folks, so that's, and since Jonah is a touring and traveling musician, I would like to maybe talking to Lamont or something, and maybe trying to figure out if we can do like Above Company or
Jazz Gallery would probably.
or Jazz Gallery
Yeah.
on Sunday the 5th of November.
I can check right now. I
We
think
can-
that
let's
I think that day is
talk more
open.
about that.
Yeah,
but
we can.
like an evening thing there, to kind of give Jonah a space to present his music, and then also have it tied into Unrehearsed.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk more about that.
Let me mention that particular day, there
On the
was,
5th?
yeah,
Okay, yes?
as, besides those interesting events, at 4 p.m. Greg Ward is bringing a group from Chicago. I don't know who else is gonna be with him, but, that'll be at Sugar Maple. At 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And at 7 is another installment of The Bridge at Woodland Pattern, with, I didn't write down who it's gonna be, but, that's competition.
Well, it's not competition, it's,
It's a good thing that
It's
there's so many
choice.
things, yeah.
it's choice.
It's an abundance of
It's
choices.
an abundance of
Yeah.
choice, and it's like, obviously those audiences would be,
Torn.
yeah, overlapping, but maybe we can, especially with like the 4 and then the 7, it's like, if we do like a 5:30,
At Jazz Gallery, that would not work because
it would need to be later.
MJI.
yes, that's what I thought.
So we could start like 7:30.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's-
we
Yeah,
can-
and if we gotta like bump it a little later to do a thing, but yeah, okay. Anywho, November 5th.
Marvin, you're gonna need like an understudy.
Yeah.
Like a wrist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was already getting flack from Rick for not being at one event.
Right.
Not being at one event. Oh, sorry, Marvin only documented 14 events this
Right.
month, not that one.
Which one didn't you document?
Apparently he wasn't at a,
It's a source.
Alternating currents.
alternating currents,
Yeah.
which is, you know,
Unforgivable.
I know, I
big
know,
drama,
I know.
big drama, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna close this evening out tonight. Thank you all for being here and sharing this creative experience with us. Once again, Molly Lieberman and Rick Ollman have been our guests, and Steve Gallam, and my name is Barry Paul Clark, and we're gonna